Hello, beautiful beings. Meredith from Mystic Pathways with another Helping Hand Oracle reading. Just for a heads up, to let us know what's going on in the field and what is the best way that we can help ourselves with everything that's going on. It's quite fascinating. It's fascinating to watch the truths that are coming out and the secrets that are being revealed. But there's also a message in that, and it's the more energy it takes to try and conceal something, it leaves a signature, therefore it's recognizable by the energy. So it's like the more you try and hide something, the more you're starting to reveal there's something to hide. And it's just quite phenomenal how truth works that way. So the more you try to conceal, the more it reveals. Let's begin by asking what needs articulating. What's going on in that left thinking brain of ours that needs articulating? What's reverberating? Good, bad, indifferent. Just a heads up as to what's going on in the mental mind that we may not want to speak out loud, but would benefit from coming to the surface, please, Spirit. What needs articulating? Not much. There we go. Thank you. Five of Pentacles, anxiety, loss, fear, worrying, which is good to acknowledge, because when we're in that state, it's like we're doing that to ourselves through our thoughts, through what we're believing, by what we're like narrowing in on and fixating upon. What are we anchoring to? So with the Five of Pentacles, it gives us a heads up that there are some thoughts that we need to look at and we need to start nurturing, because it's through this rest, it's through support, it's through that the love we need to start thinking about. So thank you for that heads up. What needs articulating is some negative thoughts that are going on, which can be fair enough. You may be going through something which is triggering, which is creating uncertainty or insecurity, and that's fair enough. But in how you respond to that is by the energy you hold, which then sends that frequency out to the universe, which the universe responds. And there was something I heard, and it keeps coming back. Like every day since I've heard it, it's come up in some way, shape or form. And what is meant for me will not pass me by. What is meant for me, I will receive. And it was easy then. It was like I let go of everything. I trust that what comes my way is meant for me. And what is meant for me will come my way. Oh, amen. So mote it be. With ease and grace. Because even in that, in the lessons in that, is letting go of expectations. It's letting go of how you think something will be or how you think something will arrive. That fear and insecurity and uncertainty and just not sure what's going on outside of you. That's okay. Accept that. That's how you're feeling, but you don't actually have to sit in that, because the challenge is for you to face that and challenge that and let go and let God and trust. And there's lessons in that. There's always lessons in that. So what's at the heart of the matter then, Spirit? What needs acknowledging? This could be very telling. Buffalo. Beautiful. Let's have a look at Buffalo. Number 19, which adds up to 10. 9 and 1 is 10. 1 and 0 is 1. Ones to me are actually really the starting point, the true beginning, whereas 10, which adds down to a 1, is more about not striving anymore because it's created, and then the the creation is then living, whereas 1 is the beginning, the seed of that creation. So there's a bit of a difference. Whereas for me, it's like 9 is the culmination, the ending, and 10 is the beginning of that new whatever finally took seed. So when like the seed becomes a plant, the seed no longer is there. So that's 9, that's completion. But at the same time, there's a new beginning, a new form. And 10 is that form then existing. I hope that makes sense. So what needs acknowledging is prayer and abundance. If you have drawn the buffalo card, you may be asked to use your energy in prayer. You may also be called upon to be an instrument of someone else's answer to a prayer. This could portend a time of recognizing the sacredness of every walk of life, albeit different from your own. To honor another's pathway, even if it brings you sadness, is a part of the message that buffalo brings. This may be a time of reconnection to the meaning of life and the value of peace. Most assuredly, this time will bring serenity amidst chaos if you pray in earnest for enlightenment and the power of calmness and give praise for the gifts you already have. Let me reread that. Most assuredly, this time will bring serenity amidst chaos if you pray in earnest for enlightenment and the power of calmness and give praise for the gifts you already have. In other words, you pray for clarity and offer gratitude for all that you do have. Buffalo medicine is a sign that you achieve nothing without the aid of the Great Spirit. Thank you, Spirit. And then you must be humble enough to ask for that assistance and then be grateful for what you receive. And like I said before, it's like how it turns up. We don't have expectations. Don't think you know how it should or it could. It's like allow Spirit, allow God to gift you back in the way that it knows how to gift you in the best way forward. That's what needs acknowledging. Thank you, Spirit. What is the best mental practice for us? What then is the best mental practice? What will help us with the 5 of Pentacles and the buffalo? What is the best mental practice, please? There's got to be one in here somewhere. That's right. What is the best mental practice? Please tell us, Spirit, what is the best mental practice? I'll take that one as well because my hand was cupping that card, which gave way for that one to fall out. So I'm going to take them both, which may be telling in itself. There could be a story there as well. So that one I'm going to read first. Clarify the cause. He who has a why to live for can bear almost any how. That is true. He who has a why to live for can bear almost any how. The why are you here? What is your purpose? Why are you living? Why do you do what you do? Justifies how you do it. And that's so true in so many cases. Sometimes we think that we've identified a problem when actually we're only looking at part of the picture and ignoring the root cause. Clarify the cause. Get to the bottom of your problem by following the why. For example, you might think the problem is that you're stressed, but stress is actually a symptom. To find a solution, you have to identify the cause. Write down the problem. Example, I'm always stressed. Then write, why? You might then write, I have too much to do. Now ask yourself again, why? Why do I have too much to do? Write down the next answers. Maybe it's because you aren't getting enough support. But then why aren't you getting enough support? That is probably a symptom of something else too. So once again, ask yourself, why? Keep going until you have asked why at least 5 times and see what comes up. And I love that. My spirit name is of why, because I'm always asking questions. And I do, even of myself, even of society, even of everything. I am always asking why, which helps me understand and get to a cause instead of making assumptions, which is one of the 4 agreements. Don't make assumptions. Describe one of the best moments of your life. Life isn't a matter of milestones, but of moments. When I first started back in 2007, I think it was, taking my healing journey to help others, I wanted to call my business Moments, because I knew moments are passing. Life is passing all the time. And it's the moments in life that we experience, good, bad, or indifferent. But it's always those moments that give us those memories. And we can choose what moments we want to hang on to. We truly can. So describe one of the best moments of your life. Focusing on the good things in our lives as opposed to any negatives encourage us to think positively. It comes back to why. Who has a why to live, for one can bear it almost anyhow. Focusing on the good things. Be grateful for what you have. Take some time to reminisce about one of the best moments of your life. Write about it in as much detail as you can. Where were you? How old were you? Who were you with? How did you feel in that moment? What could you see, hear, taste, touch, and smell? Try to capture the parts of the moment that made it so special, and note what effect this positive memory has on how you start your day. Those memories, yes. Give yourself good thoughts, good memories. Thank you, Spirit. So that is our mental practice. What would help us meditate upon, please, Spirit? What is going to help our meditation practice? That was quick. Don't dim to fit in. How are you dimming your light in order to fit in? A lot of us do ask that question. And it's a tricky one to answer, because you've got to kind of like not just think of yourself, but you also do have to think about those others around you. And I guess it depends on what light you're trying to shine. The energy behind that, the intention, the motive, the desire, the passion, whatever it is that's driving your shine. And then on the other end of that is like, certainly it's navigating that the reason behind, excuse me, the smoke from the sage. The reason behind why are you dimming to fit in? That's a really important question to ask. Because it's in finding the answers to those. Do you realize why you are? And is it a healthy way of why you're fitting in? Or is it not a healthy reason why you're fitting in? And only you can truly answer that question by being completely authentic and honest as to whether you are dimming your light to fit in. If you are, why and how so? Does that need challenging and changing? And it's not an overnight thing where all of a sudden you've been a hermit and then all of a sudden you're out there and your light's shining. For some of us, it's baby steps and learning what works and what doesn't work as you do shine your light, because some of us, our energies are big and our light is bright and it can trigger a lot around you, unfortunately. So it's depending upon, isn't it, really? That's your meditation practice, is to sit with how to shine more in a healthy way, in a positive way, in a real way. But at the same time, is like learning, well, what's appropriate and what's not appropriate, depending on where you are, who you're with, and what's going on. Thank you, Spirit. With this, we ask, what is then the best Dharma practice? So that's like our internal practice. This is what to do in the mundane practice. Please, Spirit. What to do in the mundane, our Dharma practice. Thank you. We have weight of the world, boundaries. Let it go. It is not yours to carry. Oh, that's so important. Remember years ago, I had a dream. I'll never forget it. Never, ever forget it. On a train, and the train in carriages, and me and my children were in different carriages. And all of a sudden, I'm realizing I've got all their baggage. And I put down their baggage and just focused on my baggage. And then we're all in separate carriages. But it was a really weird dream, and realizing what baggage are you carrying and whose? Because sometimes it's not always our own. Let's have a look and see. And boundaries help with that, because it comes back to, what are you living and why? Are you saying yes to things you shouldn't be saying yes to? Prayer and abundance. Okay, weight of the world. You don't need to carry it all. You're no good to anyone if you're running on empty and bogged down by the weight of the world. This card is a reminder to look after your own well-being before anyone else's. This is for a lot of us, healing our own journey. That's been a big one, especially for women, to wrap your head around and readjust your priorities to include yourself. I had an argument with my mum because I said to her, I don't believe women need to sacrifice who they are to be a mother. And she disagreed. But I truly believe, no, we don't. We don't need to sacrifice ourselves to be who we are. This is a card, is a reminder to look after your own well-being before anyone else's, to stop carrying the world's problem on your shoulders, to put your own oxygen mask on first. In these changing times, it's hard not to feel overwhelmed by the state of the planet. However, you can't take on its problems from a place of energetic depletion, and we can't take on those problems anyway. We can become fixated by them, we can allow them to influence us, or we can use that mind, that brain, that thinking power that we have to think outside the box, to think of solutions, to think differently. Instead of focusing on the problems, we start to focus on, well, what are the solutions? Be part of the solution, don't be part of the problem. This card is, though, thanking you for caring so much. You do want to build a better world and ease the road for others, absolutely. But the way you've been doing it is likely unsustainable. And this is where we get wise. This isn't to say you should switch off the world's problems and become unconscious. Rather, it's a call to establish clear boundaries so you're not constantly taking on energetics outside of you. The planet needs you to be healthy, both physically and emotionally. So instead of digesting the news of reaching for your phone as soon as you wake up, show up first to a nourishing practice such as meditation. Don't dim to fit in. Ask yourself where you are, why you are, what are you doing, why you're living. What are those moments creating for you? And the inquiry to ask yourself, what are you carrying that isn't even yours? And that's a really big question to ask. Like I said, it's like other people's baggage. It's can't do it. You can't do anything with it. It doesn't change anything. You can only change yourself. Prayer and abundance. That is the heart of the matter. Keep reminding yourself of what to be grateful for and use the power of prayer. That is so helpful, the power of prayer. Okay, thank you, Spirit. What is the best attitude to embody. Please, Spirit, what is the best attitude that will ultimately help us to embody, to understand, to learn, to practice, to be, to truly understand. That flew out. Soul travel. That's the attitude. That's interesting. I've not drawn that card before, so I have no idea. So I'll learn about it with you. Soul travel is the exploration. Pull that up. Soul travel is the exploration of the inner and outer worlds which give rise to greater awareness. It's asking that why again. It's, yeah, asking yourself the whys. Your soul, through consciousness, can train for the trials, lessons and tribulations of Earth's reality, lessons that build confidence and understanding. It's like the diamond. It's through that pressure and that rub that it turns from charcoal to a diamond. By playing out various lessons through conscious soul travel, you'll trial various choices that empower you in your waking state. And it's true. It's like soul travel is moving beyond the human body and experiencing inner and outer worlds through expanded states of consciousness is key to seeing the bigger picture of life. So the attitude for me is understanding this is to have a bigger mindset, a grander mindset of, you know, the cosmos, the world. We're standing on a rock, suspended in the cosmos, spinning through whatever. Then we have Mother Nature and the actual physical earth itself. And then we have the man-made world. They're all very different. And man's world has enslaved us. It's encaptured us. It's entertainment, which means to capture the mind. And that's what's happened. But there's a bigger picture beyond that, above that, around that. And that having that older state of consciousness that gives you a different perspective on life and reminds you that we're the ones that's spinning, not the sun traveling around us. This card serves to remind you of your ability to utilize the amazing gift of vision and insight. These visionary experiences are achieved through the Anja portal, the third eye chakra. This portal is the door that leads to inner realms and worlds of higher consciousness. Tapping more regularly into these inner realms and exploring your inner self through conscious soul traveling, you'll be guided through the complexities of everyday life and will experience profound visions. And while that is maybe true on a different, I guess, frequency, vibration, dimension, what do you want to call it, the third eye chakra, because it's not something physical, it's not something that you can tangibly touch, whereas you can touch your pineal gland. And it's through that, in the physical, and then through the synapses, that we get to transmit from the energetic world to the physical world, to that altered state of consciousness, to this limited 3D consciousness. So the attitude is to have a greater understanding of life and existence and go between your thinking mind and your creative mind. Go between your thought patterns and your heart response. It's like looking at different alternative perspectives in the current energies. There's more going on, and the only way we can truly get a grasp and maybe an understanding, besides let go and let God, is in that process of having an older state of consciousness. You do learn to let go and let God, because you understand, like, life is just not limited to this physical experience. It goes way beyond that, and that's why our soul can travel, bring back that bigger perspective, that grander mind, the information that we need to keep evolving and expanding and understanding. Thank you, Spirit. What then is the best approach to adopt? Please, Spirit. What's the best approach that's going to help us? Please and thank you for these current energies. What would be the best approach for us? To embody that energy, to look at our whys, Worlds within worlds. Oh, isn't that true? And soul travel. Huh. So apt. Worlds within worlds. And even in man's world, the different industries, the different corporations, the different food industry, the law industry, the creative industry, there's worlds within worlds, and there's subcultures, and there's just, you know, different cliques and different people. It just creates world within worlds. So this is our approach. This card serves a reminder to look within yourself for answers. Oh, okay, it's coming back to the wise. Wow, love it. Thank you, Spirit. Peace comes within the souls of men when they realize their oneness with the universe, when they realize it is really everywhere in each and every one of us. Black Elk. It's wonderful that you're so open to the opinion of others, but be discerning. Use your inner knowing to decipher and interpret what feels right for you. Many look for the source of all life outside of themselves, but if you truly wish to connect to the greater pool of conscious love, look within. Inside you, the cosmic universe spans, within inner worlds and stars. Yes, inside you. You are master and creator of the worlds and galaxies within you. How you are as that creator ultimately affects the outer world that you are also a part of. See yourself as the greater body, and within you the cell that also needs to hold its vibration and healthy light. You as a creative master can affect your cells or worlds by your thoughts, actions, and words. Raising the healthy light of your cells raises your own vibrational light, thus raising the planetary light as a whole. If a cell in your body is imbalanced and sick, that sickness slowly starts to spread to the rest of your body. See the earth as a cell in the body of universal energy. It is vital that the vibration this earth is raised to positively affect this greater universal body. You are a creative God of infinite power and light. Although we are limited by our physical, material body and world. The more you come to understand this truth, the more you'll be amazed by the power you hold as an individual to manifest and bring about peace and change. The approach is I am love, expanding and growing in power, clarity and truth. It comes from you, from the inside out. That is how we change the world. Looking at your own morals and ethics and standards and behavior, action, words and deeds. How you treat other people, how you conduct yourself, how you hold yourself, the words you speak. It is so telling. Thank you, Spirit. What is the best healing code to utilize then? What at this moment for healing will help us? Please, Spirit. Unexpected. I like this card. It truly is unexpected. When she's walking down dull lit stairs into this fairy kingdom, by the look of it, fairy there. I love these cards. It's number 48. Unexpected. So much of the world mistakenly believes there is a lack of resources. Holding a scarcity belief can be quite painful and cause unnecessary fear and desperation. An attitude of abundance recognizes there are always new chances, unexpected windfalls, and opportunities on the way. There is never just one opportunity, a lone choice, or a single chance. The number of opportunity matches the number of stars in the sky. This card is a boon. Right now, you have a magical touch. You are going to receive good news, a huge opportunity, or something completely unexpected. Do you have a positive mindset? Believing you're abundant will really help you to get through tight times. Affirming your abundance will help shift your mindset so you can accept a life of plenty. And this comes back to the heart of the matter, the prayer and abundance. A young girl walks down a maze of steps to discover a beautiful crystal castle. There are numerous ways to get to this magical location. Fairies watch her as she approaches this place of splendor. The butterflies prompt you to work on manifesting what you desire. Expect something wonderful to happen soon. Oh, amen. So mote it be. I will take that. Thank you. That's the healing code. Is again having that heart of abundance and that mind of gratitude. Thank you, Spirit. What then is the best spell to cast, please, Spirit? The best affirmation to chant? The best prayer to call out? What is the best spell to cast? What is the best spell to cast? To help us, please, Spirit, with ease and grace. Harm none. What is the best prayer? The best affirmation? The best spell? Letting go. I love it. Number 6. Allow the wisdom to remain, but the sting I shall never feel again. Oh, I love it. I love it. I love it. That's beautiful. Allow the wisdom to remain, but the sting I shall never feel again. Allow the wisdom to remain, but the sting I shall never feel again. That I love. That's so true. And that's how I feel. That's how I feel. So it's all kind of like in alignment. Thank you, Spirit. Let's see what animal we're working with. What animal spirit wants to come through for guidance, please, Spirit? What animal spirit flew out to give us guidance? The Undine. Water spirit. Ooh, water therapy. Water's like a conductor. I don't know about you guys, but whether in the bath or in the shower and that beautiful warm water, it just opens me up. It's such a beautiful feeling. I love it. So very grateful. Do not take that for granted. Water spirit. Interesting. If you have chosen this card today, or this card has chosen us, or the spirit has chosen us, you could be pulling in energy to receive the crystallized properties necessary to shift and clear distortions from your body on a subatomic level. Even the cells themselves are going through a purification process. You are now absorbing more oxygen and light into the body to create a more profound and in-depth cellular rejuvenation to begin to heal the body and consciousness at this time. You're being energetically supported, so Undine here is to support us in that healing process, that purification of the physical body, and also of clearing of painful emotions that have been suppressed from deep within the psyche. Oh, that's wonderful. And water therapy is that. Water is our emotions. It's like learning to let the muddy waters settle. You know the mud, you know what's in it. Let it settle. Then allow the water to clear and flow and become crystal clear above it. And that is the energy you sit in. It's all of you, but you're not stirring up your own stuff. And you know when something gets stirred up, it's yours to settle back down. Undine's going to help with that process. Vibrational patterning is a healing process as well. Absolutely. That's like imprinting. It's like that conditioning. It's like programming a computer. You've got to know what has been programmed to undo that programming and rewrite it. It takes time. You could be working at clearing the heart, lungs, master glands and lymphatic systems, as well as the deeper genetic weakness held on a cellular level within the organs of the body. Most importantly, the hidden healing power within water itself can begin to heal deep, suppressed emotions that have lain hidden within the subconscious mind because of painful experiences felt in past times, including past life and inner child pain and also wounding experienced from old relationships. Undine is here to help rejuvenate, revitalize, purify, and open the heart chakra, thereby cleansing the body and soul. So I would be working with Undine at this moment to help soothe and calm the emotions that's going on. It's all a bit rocky, isn't it? The tossing and the turning. It's like that ocean where the waves are just back and forth and up and down. It's like allowing that all to settle. How to be in that little boat on those rocky oceans, just standing in your little boat holding an umbrella in that turbulent emotional state. Undine working with water. Thank you, Spirit. Lastly, let's see what crystal to work with for ease and grace. Please, Spirit. What crystal is going to gift us that ease and grace, that peace and harmony? What crystal to work with, please, Spirit? Clear quartz, clarity. Clear quartz is also an amplifier. And that'll help in our meditation, the asking of the whys. Why are you dimming to fit in? Why are you not dimming to fit in? Why do you feel like you're carrying the weight of the world? Remember your prayers and your gratitude. Clear quartz is going to help us find that clarity through the soul travel, the worlds within worlds. It is. So in your meditations, in your going about doing your business, keep a piece of crystal or clear quartz on you, just being reminded that it is an amplifier. So depending upon your energy, depending upon the energies around, it's going to amplify that. So maybe in meditation, sit with clear quartz, and maybe even include a clear quartz that has inclusions. Chlorite and quartz is an amazing healer crystal. It's got that beautiful green through the clear quartz. That's an amazing crystal to sit with and work. So let's see. Where's the book? It's a storm element. 255. Clarity. I love it. I love clear quartz. When this stone appears as your ally, you are being asked to clarify yourself so that the universe can provide you with the answers to your prayers. Perhaps you have been vacillating between two options. The time has come to choose and to make your choice known. Call upon the energy of clear quartz to aid you in becoming clear about the choices that lay before you. It is through clarity of thought and intent that your creations will be made manifest. Clear quartz has made its spirit known to you in your layout, and you have been notified that the answers to your questions are imminent, unexpected. Clear quartz signals a time of deeper understanding of your path, Open yourself to divine light and allow your future to unfold. The affirmation is, I am clear in my thought, intent and desire. I reflect the clarity of the divine mind. Thank you, Spirit.